Man, this game really doesn't handle transitions well. The world doesn't like fade in again. It just suddenly cuts in just like that. For what? Oh, I don't need to turn on the Doogie Cam. Doogie isn't here. So we got a large experience orb for that. And we also got the Salve Maker asterisk, though, is also the thing. So we have that here. Interesting. So compounding, combine 2 items together for a range of interesting effects. Survey, scrutinize all enemies closely, revealing their HP. Wait, all enemies? So it takes MP, but instead of like analyzing just one enemy, it's like all of them, is what I'm gathering here. Widen area, use an item on multiple targets instead of one. Oh? Let's have to charm a target. Sounds like it could be pretty crazy. Revive a knocked out target with 50% of their HP restored, and that costs 25% of your own HP. Interesting. Increase the chance of inflicting status ailments. Oh! What if I gave that to Gloria, who tries to inflict poison, you know? What if? Perform a physical attack that's extremely effective on charmed targets. Thrust and parry reduces damage received by 15% times the number of weapons equipped. Damage is reduced by a further 20% if the high wind or dual wield passive abilities are in play. Huh. Remember in Bravely Second where you could like quad wield weapons? Imagine combining this with that. BP tonic, so it takes 7,500 Pig. Mix up a medicine that increases BP by 1 and administer it to a target. Huh. Very spicy. With Beastmasters Unchained? Hawa? With the... What, the thrust and parry? I don't understand. Hawa? 9,000 Pig. Mix up a medicine that reduces BP by 1 and administer to a target. So it's kind of like Gambler, where it seems like a lot of them do take Pig there. I would know exactly what job gets that passive. Can just chain lock him and make it easy. Oh, with the boss fight to stun him? I didn't even realize that there were things that would stun like that. Perform a quick physical attack on a target that will reveal their vulnerabilities. So it's like another analyzing thing. For the next 3 turns, any attacks on monsters of that family will deal vulnerability exploiting damage. Huh, so it's better at analyzing than Freelancer. The effects of all healing items are increased by 50%. I mean, we don't exactly use healing items a whole lot, but there is some interesting stuff there. Well then, huh? I just want to see what it looks like on everyone here. Is all I want to see. Intriguing. They look like they're about ready to go on expedition. Oh, you're in freaking... That is the thing. Looks like a strange leprechaun. Or something like that. My goodness. Alright, so then let's see here. Interesting, and then you're very blue. Intriguing. Very intriguing. You're not in Ranger, you're in freaking Beastmaster. I'm getting myself completely mixed up here. But yeah, there's definitely some spicy abilities. We're almost at 200,000 Pig. I'm at 32.5 hours in this game. Jeez, where's the time go? My goodness. Alright, we got a party chat. We got to chat with the party in dreams. All that visiting each other's dream stuff, it's pretty weird, right? Yes, I must confess to having rather mixed feelings on the whole matter. Why is that, Gloria? If someone else were to force their way into my dreams the way we forced ourselves into Glynn's, well, I'm not sure I would appreciate it. I guess it could be pretty embarrassing. Aye, tell me about it. I mean, dreams are chock full of hints about your deepest thoughts and worries, aren't they? And in my case, they can be downright weird, believe me. Sounds interesting, Elvis. Tell us more. Alright, well, here's one I had recently. I was strolling along, happy as you like, when I come across this strange tankard. What was strange about it? The blessed thing was bottomless. I supped and it never ran dry. Naturally, I was delighted. But then it got a wee bit out of hand. Go on. The blasted thing had a mind of its own. I'd already drunk my fill, but I couldn't put it down. I just kept pouring its contents straight down my throat. Then I woke up, in a cold sweat, needless to say. Wow, I wonder what they could possibly mean. I haven't the foggiest. But yeah, the asterisk design reminds you of the Wayfarer in Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light. Isn't that like what came just before the Bravely games? I mean, it's nothing I've ever played before, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, seems Elvis and you can relate to having absolutely bizarre dreams. I don't remember what my dreams are about a lot of the time. Like, something that I will... Oh, we could just fast travel back to the thing that I forget how to pronounce. Though, something that happens to me a decent bit of the time. Oh, also, I just realized after all those sets of cutscenes, if you're still here, Anima, I need to replay this alert because it played during cutscenes before. I appreciate the 20 bits, Anima. Forgot to say that earlier.
Oh, wait, wrong channel.
If I spend a lot of my day streaming, sometimes I get into like this weird state while I'm trying to sleep where I'm like half awake, half asleep, and I'm like dreaming that I'm still streaming while I'm like lying in bed, if that makes sense. Like on the days that I spend like 8 hours or something streaming, it happens to me commonly. Like I'll be there laying in bed half asleep, half awake, but be dreaming that I'm there lying in bed and streaming. Like it doesn't make any sense, but like I guess this is the kind of, it's not anything that I'd ever dreamt about, like, before being a content creator, like, before being a streamer here. It's just purely, it happens most commonly on the days where I spend, like, most of my days streaming, where when I try to go to sleep, my mind will still think that I'm streaming, for whatever reason. What's the point of living if you can't go fishing? I know, right? Adamant Bangle. Wonder how much HP that gives. Dreams can feel so real that when you wake, it takes you 5 minutes to remember what reality is. That's me only with the freaking stream dreams. For whatever reason, it's so weird.
Here, have you heard? Yeah. Who'd have thought he'd turn out to be one of those winged nuisances? Sounds like we need to hurry.
I thought I told you to stay in the bag.
Stop! No! How many times? I'm innocent!
We shall let the Lord of Dragons be the judge of that.
Bishop Helio! Wait! Have you forgotten all the donations our brother here has made to good causes? Why would he, of all people, be working for fairy kind?
You dare call the judgment of your chief inquisitor into question? Not that I am surprised. If my informants are correct, this is not the first time you have done so. Is that not so, brother?
Me?
Might I remind you that to refuse to share knowledge of a sin is to be complicit in that sin?
Yes, I heard her. She was talking about how the judgments are madness, and how you're awful and mistaken and wrong.
Have others witnessed suspicious behavior, perhaps? Strange goings-on by moonlight? The surreptitious spreading of wings well hidden? Come, do not be afraid to speak. Your silence on the matter is what the fairies desire.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see something.
Yeah, me too.
What?
And you, brother? Have you anything to offer? A few words could go a long way to lifting suspicion from yourself. Have courage, friend. Speak the truth.
Yes, I saw her. She was flapping her wings and...
That's a lie! Why are you all doing this?
I think we had better have a little talk, don't you? Gladys, take the suspect into custody.
Where do you think you're going? You're coming with me, traitor. No! Let me go!
Stop! This is crazy!
What this is none of your business, outsider. The people of Rheimdall don't lie. They know what they saw.
Perhaps we should ask them their opinion. Well, brothers and sisters, have you any objections? Feel free to speak your minds. I think that settles the matter. But... Take her away.
They've got this all wrong. We need to help her.
A nice enough sentiment, laddie, but I wouldn't be so quick to go rushing in.
Something on your mind?
Helio wasn't looking at the man they had accused at all. His attention was on Margaret from the start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
So you think it was her he was after all along?
Interesting. Maybe if we ask around town, someone can tell us something.
Again, no transition. It just immediately cuts from black to here. I don't know why it doesn't like fade back or anything. So I guess we have to talk to some people here. Collect some horsetail buds. Sure, there we go. But yeah, it is definitely crazy how stuff like this, you know, can be attributed to, you know, real life events and you know, actual religious inquisitions and stuff like that of this nature. And it's like, wow, that, I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, hello, Rogue is part of why you love this chapter. This part's so awful but realistic, draws up feelings of disgust more than the other story arcs. I absolutely agree, and I think that it's really fascinating when a story in a game, whether it's just a single chapter like this or the entire story even, serves to make arguments about our own world and make you really reflect on things and be like, wow, X thing is really screwed up, isn't it? Stuff like that, you know? I don't know, I don't know nothing that tells you, leave me alone, go on, clear off. But yeah, I had a dream last night that Preview Arcade put a bot in his Discord that gives you points for correctly guessing trivia. One of the questions was, what game did Nintendo sell for like $80,000? And everyone said Donkey Kong 64 for some reason, but you knew the answer was a skiing compilation game. You were trying to find the game online, but you couldn't find it. This is a really interesting dream. And this is honestly your favorite chapter so far. It's actually making you invested in the story. Yeah, I would definitely say that this is my favorite chapter so far as well. Like, I want to see how this plays out. And you know, I want to take part in overthrowing this regime, you know? Like, a lot of the chapters so far have just made me feel like, okay, let's do the objective for the sake of, like, progressing the story and stuff like that. Whereas this, it tugs on the heartstrings as, like, okay, I really genuinely want to overthrow this regime now, you know? But yeah, well, it might have taken Helio to point it out, but I knows a fairy when I sees one. Winged nuisances! Okay. If it wasn't for Helio, Rymdale would have been an awful place to live. There'd be fairies causing mischief left and right. Oh, because that'd be so awful, man. Society would collapse. Okay, so we gotta go up here now, I guess, and then talk to you?
How could they suspect Margaret of all people?
You know Margaret, huh? What can you tell us about her?
Well, she's Father Regian's girl. That's why I'm starting to think all this is somehow politically motivated.
Her father's a priest?
I know, and a proper high-up one too. One of the favorites to get the very top job one day, so they say.
A priest, eh? You'll probably know a thing or two about this whole judgment business as well, then.
I'm not so sure it's a good time, but yeah, we should probably go and see what he has to say.
Yeah, I would definitely say the voice acting of this game is very hit or miss sometimes. Like, he just sounded like he just wanted to get home already. Like, or maybe he was recording from home, I don't know. But just like, ugh, I've got better things to do with my life than be speaking these lines right now. It's sometimes the impression that I feel. But yeah, and it's just got even worse. Political assassination, sabotage by abusing religion. Yeah, I guess we're gonna talk to him. Oh, he has a cat.
Is this Father Ridian's house?
I am he. And who might you be?
I'm, that is,
I'm Inigo Montoya.
Look,
you killed my father.
Hard to believe.
Prepare to die.
The Lord of Dragons has asked us to help stop anybody else being made to jump to their death.
What madness is this, boy? The Lord of Dragons speaks to the Archbishop and no other. What you say is not hard to believe. It is impossible. Plain and simple. But given Margaret's predicament, perhaps it is time I gave the impossible a chance. Please tell me more. No. It is simply too much to believe. I'm sorry. Still, I doubt there can be any harm in my gathering some resources relating to the judgments for you. I shall need a little time.
Wow. Thank you.
Go to the inn. I will meet you there.
Definitely seems like he's trying to be like very careful about what he says. Whoa, we're so whoa, so fast as we zigzag down the stairs. It is most likely they're not going to survive the chapter. Oh, there's a quest here. Maybe. See how the girl is doing. Okay, sure. There. My goodness. We can play B&D at the moment. Well, maybe he sacrificed himself for his daughter or something. If he's the priest, I forgot his name.
You lot still here?
Great, it's Gladys.
Leave. Now. That is, unless you want me to cut you down for being shameless fairy sympathizers.
Do you really believe Margaret's a fairy?
With all the evidence against her, how could I not? She's a fairy. Which makes her one of the ones who killed my parents. When they come sneaking into our village, they have to be rooted out and captured and, if necessary, killed. Same goes for you lot. As soon as I have enough evidence, you're dead.
That'll do, Gladys.
Sister Martha.
Still sisters in arms, are we? Good. Then maybe you'll listen to me. What are you doing here, Martha? Oh, don't worry. I won't be in town for long. The Archbishop sent me an urgent summons, but I'll be getting back to the grotto as soon as I'm finished here. These are friends of mine, by the way, Gladys, and you won't be killing any of them.
Yes, Sister Martha. You are lucky. This time. But I'll be watching you. And the second you give me an excuse, you're mine.
Poor girl didn't used to be like that. Her parents were friends with my dad. He was the guardian before me. We were like family.
I hate to ask, Martha, but does your being called here out of the blue not seem a little suspicious?
The thought had crossed my mind, but I can't very well ignore a direct order. And not even the Archbishop would dare call the Guardian away from the grotto for too long. I don't think we've got too much to worry about. Right, see you all in a bit.
Must hurry. The judgments will be starting any minute.
Another one? Hey, who are they putting on trial?
What? Oh, it's Margaret. Haven't you heard? Anyway, bell's ringing. They'll be about to start.
Damn it!
Got to run. I don't want to miss the beginning.
I don't want to miss the beginning. That's my favorite part.
Hurry.
Oh, okay. Oh, well then. I don't know why the music suddenly cut for a hot second there. All right, things just got intense. Things just went from 0 to 100 real fast. My goodness. Well, wait. It's all the way over. All the way over, it looks like. Wait. Over this way? But yeah, the fact that everyone's freaking about fairies when they've been extinct for quite some time, according to Gloria, really playing into the fact that all the accused are innocent. Probably. Welcome back, or will be back, saying, "Shut God, take out about all y'all hooligans, behave, you hear me?" Well, there's gonna be riots. We're gonna hold an inquisition just like in this game.
I don't care what you do to me, I'll keep saying it. The judgments are wrong. They have to stop.
Someone's using them as an excuse to get rid of people they don't like. Do you really think that's what the Lord of Dragons wants?
Fairies seek out the weakness in human hearts and prey upon it. To oppose the rooting out of this wicked influence signifies only one thing. Margaret, daughter of Rydian, for the high crime of being an agent of fairy kind, you must face the unblinking scrutiny of the Master.
No! What are you doing?
No obvious sign of wings.
You take your hands off my daughter!
Father Rydian, you dare to interrupt the Lord's work?
You said it yourself! No wings! She's innocent, curse you!
Hardly conclusive proof. Concealing such a thing would be well within the means of such duplicitous beings. Brothers and sisters, fairies often employ small creatures such as cats and rats as familiars. Have any of you seen evidence of such a thing?
I saw her smiling at a bird once.
Yeah, and I've seen cats over by hers loads of times.
Well, of course you have. I feed the poor little things a few scraps now and then.
There is only one way to absolve yourself of these suspicions, child. Submit yourself to the mercy of the Lord. Give yourself unto the jaws of judgment. It is the only way. If the Lord of Dragons deems you to be a true believer, you shall be saved. And if you are indeed the fairy we suspect you to be, you need only spread your wings and fly.
Lord of Dragons, watch over you!
Lord of Dragons, watch over us all!
This can't be happening!
She's not gonna do it!
Come on, jump!
Stop! Stay away from me!
Out of my way! That's my daughter! You can't let them do this!
Lord of Dragons, watch over us all! Lord of Dragons, watch over us all!
Go forth, child! Give yourself up unto judgment!
Margaret!
No.
He's still out wandering the streets, eh? Makes sense, I suppose.
I'll go look for him. Father Idion left town, on his own. Someone said he maybe went to the cave under the Jaws of Judgment.
Down to where Margaret fell.
It stretches out for quite a way under the city, apparently. And it's no place for a priest on his own.
We must go after him.
Jeez. Yeah, I can definitely see how that would be, you know, hard to watch. I don't care what these people say. The precious judgments are the least holy thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't think there's any denying that now. There's just a way for these priests to get shot of people they don't like. Exactly. That's exactly what they are. All that stuff about fairies is just a stupid excuse. It's unforgivable. So, if the people they accuse are innocent, the Lord of Dragons is supposed to save them somehow, right? That's what the Archbishop seems to be saying, anyhow. Yeah, but there's no way that's true. I just don't believe it. I hope it is, for Rydian's sake. That's why he risked going down to the Jaws of Judgment on his own, after all. Yeah, I can't imagine what he's going through right now. We'd better get after him. Jeez, yeah, this chapter very much does seem to be about making arguments about our world. It very much seems like. This is for a quest. But yeah, and it's crazy seeing stuff like this and being like, "Wan, that's Wan." I meant to say man or wow, and then I said Wan. Wan, that's crazy. Good thing nothing like that ever happens. But that's the thing. It does. It has happened in our world, and I'm sure it will happen again in the future.
Partners, you see, but I can't find him anywhere. He's probably looking for me too, somewhere.
Sorry, but I don't think we've run into anyone like that.
Great. Our big important meeting's due to start any minute, and it looks like he's not going to make it. And he was so excited about this supposed wonder product he'd found over in Wiswold. I can't help fearing the worst. The last place I remember seeing him is in the Wayward Woods.
The Wayward Woods? Uh-oh.
Oh, now I've really got myself worried. I'd better go and look for him.
Wait, but what if he turns up here while I'm gone? Listen, can you go and find him for me? I'll make it worth your while.
Sure. It's probably for the best anyway. We'll be right back.
Apparently it gives us a lot of peeg. I mean, we already have a lot of funds and stuff like that. But since there was a cutscene, I guess it's one of those bigger kind of side quests. Interesting. Interesting. So, for another side quest thingamabob over here, we also have this. Okay, well, we report back and we get the booster button aim, I guess. That is what we get. Okay. So those are all in progress. We don't need heals, do we? No, we already went to the inn. How much MP does Adele have now? definitely approaching that of my dedicated mage who has, like, all the stuff there. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's something that I haven't heard about. I guess I'm not... I mean, I haven't been in the loop with a lot of things for a good while. I know that I should be. Like, I know that one of my social studies teachers within high school said, like, one of the best things you can do to inform yourself is even just look at headlines every once in a while.